Yep. Once again, very good morning and thanks for joining. Okay. In continues to yesterday's session, so we are going to perform the installation today, and we'll try to walk through the other things as well. Okay. Uh, Sorry, I uploaded the video yesterday a little differently. I will correct by today. Okay. Both videos will be shared by in a while. Okay. Now, where we are currently, yesterday almost we started the installation, but we haven't done the installation. So let's open the installation file and let's quickly start the setup file. Okay, and let's close it everything. Now we open the setup file. Okay, and just now I shared one document to everyone. Okay, uh, over the WhatsApp group chat. Okay, so what is that document is? See, what are the difference you will notice by like a kind of version by version? What is the difference you will notice? See, when you go for older versions like a 2014, 2012, 2016, when you go to the installation, you will see only this. Okay, new SQL Server standalone, new SQL Server failure cluster, add node to the failure cluster, upgrade. But when you go for from SQL Server 2016 onwards, okay, this is from 2016, you will see little additional tools. Okay, SQL Server management tools, SQL Server data tools, and why Subbu, I wanted to know all this means what are the changes Microsoft made in terms of while you are installing SQL Server. See, when you open the setup file, if you simply go and click on next, okay, if someone is coming you and asking a questions, definitely we may get little worry about what are the things Microsoft enhanced in the older versions. So for that reason, I just made a couple of screenshot here for our just reference purpose. What are the things Microsoft enhanced? See, here you will see 2019, 2022, 2022. Okay, 2019. See, here the tabs are very important. So here 2016. This is 2014. This is okay. So while we are driving the installation, I will explain that what are the enhancement done on the Microsoft. So meanwhile, after the session, you can go and just open this PDF file. You will also get the better screenshots. Okay. Subbu, I need to install all the version in my laptop. As I said, no. Okay. No need to install all the versions. But what you can do, right? SQL Server 2016. Okay. Installation step by step. So, for example, I wanted to get some understanding about how our SQL Server 2016 installation looks like. So now you will go to the any one of the block, and if you refer, they will provide you the screenshot, every screenshot step by step. Okay. So when you just go here and just open the SQL Server 2019, then you can compare what are the enhancement done on the 2017, enhancement done on the 2019. See what are the things you are getting something new. Okay, if I go for SQL Server 2014, okay, SQL Server 2014, okay, installation step by step, and just open SQL Server 2014. Okay, scroll down. Okay, see, when you go for SQL Server 2016 under the installation, you will see only the new SQL Server standalone installation or add features to the existing installation, new SQL Server failure cluster, add node to the SQL Server failure cluster, upgrade from SQL Server 2005. So you are seeing only 4 features on SQL Server 2000 up to SQL Server 2014, not on SQL Server 2014, sir. 2008, 2008 R2, 2012, 2014 looks like almost the same only. But from SQL Server 2016 onwards, Microsoft enhanced installation. What enhanced means? See, actually, SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS. Okay, SSMS, this tool. Okay, this is inbuilt installation. While you are installing until SQL Server 2014, if you scroll down, down, okay. If you just scroll down, okay, here, whatever the features you are selecting, right, SSMS is also part of this installation only. You no need to install SQL Server Management Studio separately until SQL Server 2014. But from SQL Server 2016 onwards, Microsoft separated SQL Server Management Studio from the regular installation. So if you wanted to install SQL Server Management Studio, you can go and separately install it. You no need to install entire you no need to download the SQL Server setup file, click on the next, and install only the SQL Server management tools. So that has been separated from SQL Server 2016 onwards. Okay, and reporting service also added. Not from here. SQL Server 2017 onwards, SQL Server 2017 reporting services also separated from SQL Server traditional installation. SQL Server 2017 installation step by step. Okay, if you open any block, anything is fine. Step by step installation. Okay, see, click on go, scroll down. Okay, go planning. Okay, they're not explained. Any other? Okay, let's go for Bulldozer. Okay, see here, reporting services has been separated. So these points at least you need to remember, sir. Maybe you won't get a chance to install SQL Server 2016, but definitely they will raise a question to you. That is the reason wantedly I'm showing. Okay, so when you compare, if you go to the SQL Server installation part, when you compare with the 2014, many changes has been made from the 2016 onwards. The first change is SSMS has been separated from the traditional installation. Okay, reporting services has been separated from the traditional installation. Means you if you wanted to install reporting services, you need to install separately. You no need to go to the new SQL Server standalone, click on next, and try to select the management tools, try to select the reporting services. You no need, sir. You no need. So reporting services has been separated and SSMS has been separated while you are performing the installation. Okay, while you are performing the installation. That is a two enhancement done. One more enhancement on SQL Server 2016 is, if you scroll down, okay, down, this, where is it? Hey, come on, this is the cluster installation. Okay, this window, tempdb. Okay, if you go for SQL Server 2014, you will see only three windows. Okay, one is server configuration, data directory, file stream, until SQL Server 2014. But from SQL Server 2016 onwards, you can configure tempdb while you are installing SQL Server itself. Basically, before 2016, tempdb you can configure after. Once you complete the installation, you can configure tempdb separately after you complete the installation. But from 2016 onwards, tempdb configuration is installation itself. While you are installing SQL Server, you can configure tempdb. You can configure tempdb. This is one enhancement done. Okay, tempdb. And SSMS has been separated. Reporting services has been separated. Not only here, if you go for 2017, okay, see, nothing. But if you go for 2019, SQL Server 2019 installation step by step. Okay, if you open any one of the screenshot, any screenshot is fine, sir, no worries. Okay, if you scroll down, okay. Now see, here max drop, you got one more window. See here, 2017, you are having only tempdb. Let me zoom it, sir. See, only tempdb and file stream. Data directory is a common, server configuration is common, only tempdb Microsoft added. Oh, sorry, 2016 and 2017 only tempdb. But 2019, you can configure max drop, maximum degree of parallelism. You can configure memory, not only tempdb, you can configure memory, you can configure max drop, you can configure tempdb. So Microsoft is enhancing the installation. So I need to install all the versions. So no need, sir, just to take the screenshots. Okay, just for our reference purpose. And remember, okay, 2014 up to 2014, no changes while you are installing. Majority changes has been made in the 2008 only. Okay, the entire graphical user interface has been changed from 2005 to 2008. From until 2014, no changes. But from 2016 onwards, so what Microsoft made, SSMS has been separated, reporting services has been separated, TempDB feature has been added, Power BI came into the picture. Okay. In the 2019, he came up with the max drop as well. He came up with the memory as well. You can configure memory and you can configure max drop also while you are installing SQL Server. So these are the enhancement done while you are installing SQL Server. So these points are mandatory. Maybe you may get a question also. If I'm not, that's the reason I'm not simply going for installation. Okay. Is it clear, right? Everyone? No? Yes.
Yes, Subbu.
Okay.
Yes.
No worries about what is max drop, Subbu, what is memory, Subbu, what is TempDB, file stream. Nothing to worry, all this stuff. Each and every concept, there is a dedicated sessions. Memory, we are going to discuss almost 7 to 8 hours. We are discussing only on memory concept. TempDB, we are going to discuss 8 hours. Okay. Max draw will discuss almost 2 to 3 hours. So each and every concept, very, very important, sir. All these are because which are dealing with the performance. So dedicatedly, we'll have the separate sessions on each and every concept. So as of now, you are in the learning phase. No need to worry about all this. Just remember the terminologies. What Subbu is saying, what I need to remember. Okay. So reporting services has been separated, SSMS has been separated, and TempDB has been added. A window has been TempDB window has been added, and max drop has been added. Memory has been added. At least 5 to 6 points is fine, sir. Enough. We are good. And the futures also enhanced, sir. Basically, okay. From SQL Server 2016 onwards, okay, from SQL Server 2016 onwards, Microsoft came up with a concept called polybase, missile level language. Okay, that stuff also. Features no one will ask, but at least the differences in the graphical user interface at least remembers. Okay. Now, I hope everyone clear about this one all. That's the reason I just shared the PDF file to you, just for your reference purpose. Make a note down when you are watching these sessions. Now, so this is our SQL Server 2000 setup file. Okay. So let me close it once again. And so setup file is added to the server. Okay. Either you added to the server or AppStream added to the server. Now on the day of the installation. Okay. Now what you will do, you will open the setup file and you will run on the administrator. Okay. Close it, sir, everything. Now you will start the installation. So first thing, what you will do, you will open the 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. See, basically, once you open the setup file, okay. See, you are new to the server. Okay. Till yesterday, someone handled everything. Okay. They copied the setup file. They talked to AppStream, everything. They worked. And now he is going on leave or she is going on leave, and she hand out to you. Hey, Anusha, can you please take and get the installation tomorrow? Now you don't know anything about this server, sir. Okay. Now what you need to do means once you connect to the server, you verified, okay, setup file is attached or not. Okay, attached. All the disks are healthy or not. Yes, disks are also healthy. Now what you will do next, you will open the setup file. Okay, first thing is open the system configuration checker and check the system configuration, whether everything is passed or not. Yeah, everything is passed. Okay, nothing got failed. Okay, fine. Next thing, go to the resource. Sorry, go to the tools. Okay, there is one thing called installed SQL Server feature discovery report. Okay, you don't know whether any SQL installation is already performed and running over the SQL. in the server, not SQL. Sorry. So to identify anything already installed in this server, just open installed SQL Server feature discovery report. Okay. What it is opening? 1 second. Complete your current setup and rerun. Why? Okay, let me close it. 1 second, sir. Let me open it. Anywhere is opened again setup file. It is pop-upping that setup file is already opened. Hey, come on. Why it is pop-upping? Somewhere, anywhere, setup file is running. No, right? Okay, it's okay. I will show you, sir. Okay. See, no, one thing, sir. One thing I missed. Okay. Go to the registry key. Very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. Very important. So very important. Very sensitive. So every Windows having the registry key. Okay. Every Windows having its own registry key. Reg edit. So shortcut is reg edit. Okay. And you can open the registry key. This is how your registry key looks like. Now what you can do, right? Take the backup of the registry key. Take the backup of the registry key. Everything. Okay. And you can keep in the desktop reg edit hyphen backup. Okay. Just for safety purpose. This is just for safety purpose. Okay. Please don't forget. Okay. This is how it looks like. Okay. Please don't forget, while you are starting installation, take the backup of registry keys, because we are not guarantee whether our SQL Server installation will success or it will fail. If something it got failed while you are uninstalling, the problem will start sometimes. Okay, because whatever you are doing, everything will be done, update in the registry keys also in the background. In the background, it will update lots of registry keys. Sometimes while you are uninstalling, it won't uninstall until unless you need to delete the dependency registry keys in the reg edit. Okay. So this is little core technical parts, sir. Like if you go to the software, see Microsoft, okay, Microsoft, and if you go to the MS SQL Server, there are lots of dependency. You see, SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. Currently in Microsoft SQL Server, I'm having a dev server, stage server, UAT server, default instance. Okay, and when you expand here, you will see the you will get the information about the clusters, configure state, many things you will get it, sir, and you will get the version also. Many things you will get in the registry key. So better before you start the SQL installation, don't forget to take the registry key. If something happen, at least our registry key is already backup before. We can talk to Windows team. We can talk to Windows team. Okay. Can you just again import the registry key? We already took the backup. Okay, sometimes very hard is a registry key. See, simple to give you. So we are having a service called analysis service. Okay, uh, not sure what happened. We need to uninstall the analysis service actually. SQL Server analysis service, like for example, integration service. What we are doing. We are uninstalling. If you go to the control panel, so we used to uninstall the analysis service. Okay, so we are clicking here. So we are clicking here, we are uninstalling. We are clicking here, we are uninstalling. Again, fraction of seconds, again my analysis service is getting back. We are installing, uninstalling. Again, it is if I refresh, again it is showing the analysis service. Then why means there are some dependencies are in the registry keys, and we need to delete that registry keys. Now it's not easy to find where the dependencies are in this locations. Now, what we need to do, see, if we expand this one, you will have a lot of this. I need to go on each and everything I need to verify. Like, for example, right click on here, click on find, SSAS, find it, it will search. I need to go and delete each and every registry key. Almost on that day, we took almost 4 to 5 hours to search everything, to delete everything manually. So safety purpose, I am saying, take the backup of registry key. In case if something goes wrong, you can talk to Windows team, they will export that registry key again back. So there is no effect. Okay, you can directly go and uninstall the SQL Server. It won't affect the registry key. Got it? No? Yes? Are there online people? Oh, this is core technical, sir. Again, don't touch the registry key. Again, this is one request, everyone. Don't touch the registry key. Very sensitive. If something you touch the registry key, something may happen definitely in the background. Until unless you are strong in the registry key, you should not touch the registry keys. Like I can also export only, for example, I no need to export entire registry key, Subbu. I am deleting this one. Okay, I am deleting this one. I can delete only this one. So I can export only this one also. See, I can export. If you're doing anything and you are not that much confidence, better you can export that one and delete and go and do whatever you want. If not working, again you can import. Again you go here and import the data. That is the one thing I can help you, sir. Because we worked with the registry key a lot. Not every time, sir. Very, very rare to rare case. But don't touch the registry key until unless you are strong what you are doing on the registry keys. Okay. Everything, not only SQL, sir. Whatever the products you are installing over the Windows, all the products information will be in the registry keys only. Okay, this is the one thing before you start installing. So make sure that you need to save it in the registry key. Okay. Now go to the install. Now I know I don't want to go for the cluster installation because it is a standalone installation. Now I'm choosing new SQL Server standalone installation or add features to the existing installation. If you wanted to add the features or you wanted to perform new installation, this is the only one step. Okay, this will talk separately, sir. How to install SQL Server on clusters, what are the difference you will notice, everything will talk in the separate session. Open new SQL standalone installation. Oh, somehow our SQL installation is running somewhere.
Subbu, previously you have run the SQL setup as a run as a administrator. Right now, so can you check this? Maybe running this.
I closed it actually. Okay. 1 second, sir. Let me close everything. SQL Server, anything set up file it is running. No. Okay, nothing it is running, sir. Fine. Okay, like again, open once again. Open, run as administrator. Okay, close it. Go to the install. Open the setup file. Okay. We can end it, sir. Sometimes if it is showing the setup file is already been running, you can go to the task manager, go to the details, and you know what you are doing, right? So you can find that what you are doing, then you can stop it in case you want. Okay, end this task. Again, reopen it. Okay, good. Now click on next. So let me close it in the background. Okay, perform the new SQL Server installation of SQL Server 2022. I no need add a features because already in my laptop I'm in 3 instance. Okay, I no need to add any features to the existing installation. I wanted to perform only new installation. So select this option if you wanted to install new instance of SQL Server or wants to install the shared components. You need to go for installation. Click on next. Okay. Yesterday we discussed right about the license key. So let me again back to, I will share the license key today, sir. Okay. Because yesterday we haven't completed, right? So let me provide the license key of developer enterprise edition. Click on next. Oh, wait, sir. Copy.
Subbu selected Evolution Edition. Select the Enterprise Edition. Above.
Okay, click on next. Okay, so this is SQL Server 2022 Enterprise Edition. Okay, I provide the license key of Enterprise Edition. So this is our SQL Server 2022 Enterprise Edition. Again, I'm telling sir, these keys you should not use in the real world, only for lab purpose. Okay, note this is very important. You should not use this any keys in the real world, only for lab purpose. Accept the license, click on next. Okay. Being I'm installing in on-prem, I no need any Azure extension, so I'm unchecking this one. Then click on next. Okay, this is very important, sir. While you are installing SQL Server, there are two things. One is the instance features, one is the shared features. One is the instance features, one is the shared features. What is the major difference between these two, Subbu? Means every time when you are installing SQL Server, instance feature you should select. Okay, it can be database engine, replication, full text catalog, data quality service, polybase, or analysis service. Every newly installing SQL Server, you need to select this instance features. Okay, but shared features is not like that. One time on the server side, once you install the shared features, these features can be shareable across all the instance. In my laptop, I already having 3 instances. In my laptop, I already having 3 instances. Just now you verified, right? In my laptop, I already having 3 instances. While I'm installing first time, if I select the shared features, those shared features, it can be shareable to all these 3 instances across all the instances within the same server. So you no need to install every time the shared features. Only one time is okay, sir. Once you install the shared features, those shared features will be applicable for all the instance if you are installing multiple times. So if you are installing multiple instance, so shared features are only one time installation. You no need to do every time. You no need to do every time. Just make a note on this is very important. Okay. But instance features every time you need to install. Every newly installing SQL Server instance feature you need to install. You need to install instance features. So what are the main features I will select to Subbu means? One is database engine service, one is replication service, one is integration service. See, machine level language, if they requested, you need to install like Python language or language. So Python or they will run if you're installing the machine level language. And polybase is something external tables. Full text catalog is also something externally we will use it for improving the performance like indexes. So basically, polybase, full text, machine level language. If they request, install. Otherwise, no need to install these features. Majority of the time, you won't install these products. What are the major things you will install? One is the database engine service, replication service. And if they are requesting analysis service, install the analysis service. Otherwise, no need, sir. Okay, otherwise, no need. So shared features you need to install. Okay, shared features. Here we are having only very lesser, like a data quality, integration service, master data service. Only 3 here it is displaying. I will talk about these features in once we complete the installation, sir. Next, okay. What are the other services which are inbuilt now? Earlier, if you go for SQL Server 2016 or 2017, okay. If you go for SQL Server 2016, there are a lot of features. Okay, see, data quality, client tool connectivity, integration service. Or if you go for SQL Server 2014, okay, everyone is mentioned only minimal things. Okay, let me open. Let me open the PPT, sir. There are a lot of features earlier. Okay, now everything has been integrated. You no need to select those features now. What is these features are doing, Subbu? I will talk, sir. Okay, let's open this one. Let's open. Yeah, see. So you are having when you go to the shared features, especially like data quality client, client tool connectivity, client tool backend compatibility, client tool SDK, distributed relay control, distributed relay client, SQL client connectivity SDK, master data service. There are a lot of services when you are installing SQL Server, especially if you go for shared features until SQL Server 2017. But from SQL Server 2019 onwards, 19 only, right? Yes, 19. Think 19. Yeah, 19 onwards, Microsoft has been reduced inbuilt. Now Microsoft has done inbuilt. You no need to select every time these many shared features. What is these features are doing exactly, Subbu? I will talk in a while, sir. Okay. What are these all features are doing in the background? All these features are using somewhere, somehow in the backend connectivities, front end connectivities. Okay. Data transfers. Okay. Uh, Majority of the stuff are doing in the background. So shared features are something very important. Knowingly, unknowingly, in the background, those are helping us a lot. Shared features. But instance features are something different, sir. Instance features are something different. Majority, these are the features, actual features which we need to install. It shared features are somehow, it is using somewhere in the background. Okay, like for example, uh, connectivity. So for example, application team try to connect to the SQL Server. SQL Server need to authenticate to the application server. How the connectivity is happening in the background. Oh, Subbu, I am granting the permission. Okay, if I grant the permission, if they knows username, password, instance name, port number, they can authenticate. It's not like that, sir. In the background, there are a lot of tools are working. So to make those type of connectivities, okay, shared features are helping a lot. Data transfer shared features are helping a lot. Okay, authentications, shared features are helping a lot. So shared features are nothing like majority of the time it is working over the background. But instance features are nothing like installing actual features. Okay, like database engine, analysis service, replication service. Okay, polybase or full text catalog or data quality service or machine level language. So majority of the time, while you get a chance to install SQL Server, select all the shared features. It won't make any harm. So don't get confused like which feature I need to select, Subbu. So if you're selecting all the shared features, in the future, if you're doing anything in the background, maybe it won't block you because all the shared features you already installed, including integration service. So shared features are mandatory, sir. You need to install it knowingly, unknowingly, background, many things it is doing. But only the important is this one. Okay, I will talk about all the shared features, what exactly they are doing in the background, sir. Okay, they are doing in the background. I hope you understand. Shared features are helping a lot in the background for connecting, authenticating, data transfer, all the stuff in the background. But instance features are nothing but a feature you are going to install and you are going to use that feature in the front end. In the front end, like analysis service, database engine service. Like missile level language, polybase, full text may or may not select, sir. It depends. Okay, not okay. So majority of the time, don't select the missile level language, polybase, full text catalog until they request. Okay, select the database engine, replication. These are the two mandatory things, and select the shared features. Again, I'm telling sir, select all the shared features and select the database engine replication. If they are requesting, select the analysis service. Otherwise, no need, sir. Otherwise, no need. This also no need to install.
Yes, so
Got it?
I have a one here question. Basically, the 2025 data quality service will be removed in instance
Wait,
feature.
sir. Wait. Don't go for 2025. We'll take separately. Okay. So let's stick with here. What I wanted to convey here is what are the services, means what are the features you are trying to select. Mandatorily, we are saying select the database engine, replication, analysis service, and the shared features. Majority of the time, we will install these features. Analysis service they are requesting will install, otherwise no. So what is this data quality client, master data service? What exactly they are doing? So Bhumis, I will talk in a while, sir. Once we start the installation. Okay, hold on. So everyone, the first time who will get a chance to install SQL Server, I hope you are getting my point. What are the features you will install in the real world? Database engine, replication, analysis service, uh, shared features or mandatory. If they are requesting, okay, majority of the time you will get a chance to install the full text catalog, sir. Polybase, rate to rare case, and missile level language, rate to rare case. These two. Full text maybe get a chance. Okay, this is kind of index only, sir. Full text catalog is kind of index, which is improving the background only for certain cases. So when we are discussing each and every concept, then you will understand what is a full text, what is analysis service, what is reporting service, what exactly they are doing. Majority of the time, these two services are very important. Okay, one is database engine, one is replication, one is integration service, and the shared features. Yep. No. Yes, everyone. Questions? Clear? Not clear?
Clear, Subbu.
Okay. Now, once you select the features, now this is very important, sir. Where you are going to keep the binary location. Okay, this is your binary location. Okay, while you are installing SQL Server, not only SQL servers or whatever the products you are installing, every product is having lots of binary files. Lots of binary files, like all the DLLs, exe files. Okay, now where I want to keep these binary files. As you remember, I don't want to keep anything on the C drive. I wanted to keep on the E drive. I created already E drive. I need to keep on the E drive. Okay. Subbu, as of now in my local laptop, I don't have these many drives. Like you told, the data file separate drive, log file separate drive. Okay. TempDB separate drive, backup separate drive. I don't have anything when I'm installing SQL Server, my local laptop, Subbu. Now, in that case, better what you can do, don't install in the C drive, sir. Okay, go to any drive apart from C drive. I'm assume in my case I'm having only D drive. What I will do, I will create a folder called MS SQL. I will create a folder called MS SQL. I can create a folder with the name called MS SQL hyphen 22. Okay, 22. Whenever I see this one, oh, this is my SQL Server 2022. I can easily remember. Okay, now in this folder I can install. Okay, now I will go here. Okay, I can go to the program files, D drive, choose MS SQL 22, select it. Now I don't want to keep anything in the C drive. Entire my binary location root directory. My binary files will be in the D drive. Only shared features are going for C drive because I already installed. I already installed SQL Server, shared features are going for C drive, sir. Instance features are means this all the binary files, main binary files will be sit in the D drive only. Got it, everyone? So this is binary location. Now, once you select the binary location, once you select the features, then click on next. Okay. Now, there are two types of instance. I told you, right? One is a default instance, one is a named instance. If you go to the default instance, by default, your instance name will be the MS SQL Server. By default, your instance name will be the MS SQL Server. You can I change it? No, I can't change it. Only one default instance on the server. In my laptop, already 3 instances are there, and none of the default instance. See, This is UAT, this is dev, this is stage. So I can happily install the default instance because in my laptop there is no default instance installed. So I can install the default instance. Don't get confused. Subbu, this is SQL Server 2022. Okay. I can install SQL Server 2019 also default instance. No. Whatever versions you are installing, any version, only one default instance you can install, sir. Okay, don't get confused at all. I told you overall 50 instance you can install. Out of that one default instance, one named instance, 49 named instance. Okay, default instance is only one. It can be any version. Any version means every version can I install default instance. No, it won't allow, sir. Okay, it won't allow. Please make a note on this. Is very important. If I'm installing, I can install SQL Server 2019 also, right? So in the same laptop, I can install SQL Server 2017 also, right? So same laptop. Yes, you can install it, but you can install only one default instance, either any version, only one default instance, sir. The rest all will be the named instance only. Don't get confused. The experienced people, especially I'm telling for experienced people. No, I know experienced people are double smarter. Okay, like can I go for SQL Server 2019 and I can install default instance? Can I go for 2017? Can I install default instance? No, only one default instance. It can be any version. Any version, only one default instance you can install. And rest, everything should be named instance only. Maximum you will install 50 instance, you won't install, sir. Okay, clear? Only one default instance. The instance name will be MS SQL Server. Can I change it? No, you can't change it. You don't have any control. But named instance, I can change it, sir. See, I can go for prod. Okay, when you click on tab, it will change it. Every instance is having instance ID. It will change automatically. Can it will be different? No. Whatever the instance name is selected, instance ID will be the same. So 49 named instance you can install and only one default instance you can install. So currently in my laptop, there is no default instance. I can install the default instance. Okay, now is it clear, right, everyone? About the named instance and default instance. So better when you are going to create the named instance, okay, you can create like a dev, stage, test, prod, pre-prod, like this. So I know you love your names. Majority of the people, when I saw their laptops, okay, they will keep their names. I know everyone loves their names, okay, but don't keep your names as an instance names. Follow the best practice, like a prod, dev, test, pre-prod, UAT, like this, so that easily, okay, so I am working with the prod instance, I am working with the test instance, I am working with the dev instance. At least you will get some feel. Okay, so better than rather than going to keep on your names. So just always we will encourage to keep UAT, dev, stage, prod as a named instance. Default instance, no one will change, so that will be the default. Okay, click on next. Okay, this window is very, very important. Okay, this is nothing but service accounts. Okay, service accounts. See, basically when you are installing over your laptop, while you are installing on your laptop, basically if you open the computer management, okay, computer management, earlier, there is an option called users and groups. Okay, there is an option called users and groups. You can create the login, you can create the group. If you open the computer management, you can create the users and group. Now this has been removed by Microsoft in the not in every edition, sir, operating system. I think Windows Home Base Pro, okay, Windows 11 Home Base Pro, you can see the users and groups. Okay, here you can't see users and group. Now you can't create the service account now. See, service account is nothing but a login. Service account is nothing but a login. Now, Subbu, you are saying that service account, and I am not able to see users and group here. How I can create the service account from locally? This is a local service account, sir. No local login. How I can create the local login, Subbu, means from the graphical user interface, it is not allowing. Now, what you can do, I will provide you one script. Okay. Security demo. Okay. Oh, so you can use this syntax. Okay. Net user username password add. So copy. Go to the command prompt. Okay. Open the command prompt with administrator. Okay. Paste it. Now what I'm going to do, I need to update the password as admin @123, and my service account I am providing, sir. Username is nothing but login name. My service account name is SSSQL. Okay, SQL 45. Okay, fine. SQL 45 admin name. Okay, I created a login. Now I created a login. This login I can use as a service account. Okay, when you are practicing on your laptop, majority of the people are confusing with the service account. Okay, now what you can do, you can use this syntax, create the login at the Windows level. Now you can use this login as a service account. Now I can go to the browse. Okay, go to the browse, search with the SQL SQL 45. Okay, see, it is visible. Now click on OK. Okay, I can get my service account. 1 second. My service account will be updated. So what you can do to get a feel of the service account, okay, to get a feel of service account, create a login by opening the command prompt, create a login, use that login as a service account. So you can copy it, sir, okay, and you can paste it here. You can paste it here and update the password. Admin @123. Okay, admin @123. And by default, SQL Server Agent will be in the manual, sir. Make it as automatic. Okay. For SQL Server Agent, for SQL Server Database Engine, you will provide the same service account. You will provide the same service account. For analysis service, reporting service, integration service, you will provide, in case if they want, they will provide the different service accounts. Majority of the time, you will provide the same service account. But couple of projects, they will keep a separate service account for agent. They will keep separate service account for engine also. Okay. So they will keep separately. That time you need to provide the separate service account, the password, and this is the separate service account and password. As of now, we are using the common service account. So that's the reason we provide the same service account. Got it? Yes, no, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Now, this is something very interesting, sir. IFI, instance file installation. This is a concept called instance file installation. If you select this option, by default, instance file installation is enabled. If you're not selecting this option, later on also you can go and enable the instance file installation. Okay. Will I enable the instance file installation? Means yes, sir. It will improve the performance of your DB creation, DB alter. Okay. DB restores. Okay. See, DB creation, database alter, database restores. It will improve the performance. Along with temp DB also, it will improve the performance. So this, by selecting this option, nothing make any harm, sir. I don't know about what is in IFI Subbu. There is a dedicated session, so we'll talk. So selecting this option is not a wrong. Okay, it's not a wrong. It will improve the performance of what, sir? Database creation, database alter, database restores. Okay, so being we are doing all these activities on regular basis, these three performance will be improved if I select this option. If I select this option, so selecting this option is not at all wrong and nothing it is making any harm for us. Please make a note down, sir. Now, next, collation. Okay, collation is a language. Okay, this is very, 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 very sensitive and very, very important. By default, there will be Latin language, nothing but English. Okay, Latin is nothing but English. Okay, by default, you will select the Latin language. Okay, in case if your application team explicitly providing the collation name, okay, sometimes they will provide this collation name. Okay, now whatever the name they provided, whatever the name here is, if it is not matching, you should go and select the collation here. What collation they requested, like Spanish, Japanese, Italic. Okay, there are a lot of collations are there. So what collation they requested, you need to select that collation definitely here. You need to choose that collation. If you forget to choose the collation and you install the SQL Server and you started creating the database, literally you are gone, sir. You need to enter SQL Server rebuild. If I wanted to change the collation, you need to rebuild entire instance. That is the biggest challenge for us. Explicitly, they are providing the collation name. Okay, explicitly they are providing collation name. You need to choose that collation while you are installing SQL Server. If they are not providing collation name, let it go for the default only. So I will explain you how to change the collation name in the advanced level. Don't get tense, sir. Majority of the stuff will talk practical in the live sessions. Okay. So installation is very easy only, but couple of points you need to remember. So if they are providing the collation name, while you are installing SQL Server, you need to choose that collation name. If you forget that collation name and if you install, it's very tough to change the collation name later on, sir. Okay, so please keep this point in mind. Very, very important. Okay, now I am going for the default. Majority of the time, like 90 to 95%, you will go for the Latin collation only, until unless they will request us to change the collation, like Spanish, Japanese, Italic. Okay, if they are requesting to change the collation, we'll change it. Otherwise, we'll keep in the Latin language. Okay, fine. Click on. Is it clear at everyone? Service account and collation and IFI. This window is also very, very important. Okay. So please, sir, collation is very important. By seeing this is very simple concept only, but to change the collation is very hard for us once your installation is get complete. Okay. I will tell you two techniques. I will tell you two different techniques. By mistakenly you forget to change the collation. One technique is very easy. When there is no databases, one technique is very hard, sir. If the databases are exist, means if you create any database, then we are gone. If I wanted to change the collation, you need to follow the massive steps. If there is no database, we are good. Only by one step, we can change the collation. Both I will explain you, sir, with a practical demo. Okay, everyone. Now click on next. So majority of the time you won't get that much tension, sir. You already aware. Oh, I need to select the database engine, replication, and Azure service, full text catalog, all the shared features. Then click on next only, sir. Provide the service account, and if they're telling I will change the collation, otherwise no need to change the collation. Now, this window is something very, very important. Database engine configuration. Okay, in this window, first thing is authentication method. So as I told you, right, if you go for Windows authentication, no need to worry. But if I go for mixed authentication, you need to provide the SA account password. Admin @123. Any sir, but don't provide your name. Okay, admin @123. Provide some meaningful passwords like welcome @123, admin @123, cloud cloud SQL @123. Just provide some good passwords. Okay, and you need to remember that password, whatever you are providing, and you need to update somewhere in the real world. Okay, this is very important. Now, see, you are installing SQL Server. Now, who should access this instance? Okay, at least one user you need to add it. Okay, at least anyone you need to add it. Otherwise, it won't allow to go into the next steps. At least one user or one group you need to add it. At least one user or one group you need to add it. In the real world, okay, here we will add only the DBA groups. Like for example, NA/MSP underscore DBA underscore SQL dot UZ. This is my group. Okay, and NA/DBA underscore SQL underscore LG. This is my client group. These are the two groups which are completely our DBAs are working. Okay, this is like on-site people DBA group. This is India people DBA group. Okay, we are from India, so all our Indian team will be available in this group. This is global group kind of stuff. Like we are having team in the Bangkok, in the UAE, in the UK, Budapest, US, Dallas, and Houston. In the Singapore, in the Gulf countries, we are having different teams. All these teams will be belong to this group. Okay, here only add the DBA groups. Don't add any application groups, sir. Okay, you should not grant anyone any other group, because whatever the groups, whatever the logins here you are adding, by default, this group, this login will get the sysadmin permission. Sysadmin is the topmost permission in entire SQL. Means they can do everything. If you are having sysadmin access, you can do everything in the SQL. Whatever you can do in the SQL, you can do it. So whatever the logins, whatever the groups you are adding here, by default, these logins, this group will get the sysadmin permission. So only DBAs we should maintain the sysadmin permission, not any one of the team. So we won't grant sysadmin to anyone. Only DBAs should handle the sysadmin permission. Majority of the cases, 95 to 99%, only DBAs will handle the sysadmin permissions. We never grant to anyone until unless there is a really dependency. There is a really dependency, we will grant the permission to other teams also sysadmin. But otherwise, majority of the time, only DBAs will handle the sysadmin permission. Whatever the logins you are adding, whatever the groups you are adding, only not only those groups, by default you will get the sysadmin permission. Means they can do anything. They can create the database, alter the database, drop the database, stop the instance. They can play whatever you can do in the SQL. They can do so if you're having sysadmin permission. And whatever the logins, whatever the groups here you are adding, by default you will get the sysadmin permission. So better add only SQL team. Only SQL team. That too, don't add your logins. Majority of the time, if you click here, it will add my login name. My whatever the I login in. See, if I open CMD, okay, if I open CMD and if I tell who am I, okay, this is my login name. So same login it is displaying. Whatever the login you use to connect to the server, same login it will add it, sir. Okay. In the real world, as of now, you can click on add current user only. But in the real world, you should not. In the real world, you should not click on add current user. You should go to the add, okay, and you should provide the group name. NA/, okay, MSP underscore DBA underscore SQL underscore, okay, UG. And you need to go to the object type, select the group. If it is majority of the time, it will uncheck. So select the group, click on OK, and click on check name, it will display in the real world. Okay, I will show you practically also. Mostly today we will build the lab server, right? Once our lab is done, again I will talk about the installation. That time I will show you all this kind of demo, realistical demo. So in the real world, You should not add the individual logins. Always you should add the groups. And this group should be belongs to only SQL team, not any apps team. Because if you granting the permission here, by default, they will get the sysadmin permission. They can do anything, sir. Okay. So you should not add any other team. Only DBA team should have the permissions. So once server configuration is done, go to the data directory. Okay. As of now, you are having only single drive. Okay. Only D drive. Okay. Only D drive, sir, I'm having. So that's the reason all are going for the D drive only. But in the real world, you are having separate drive, right? Like G drive. See, data files need to go for G drive. Log files need to go for L drive. Backups need to go for Z drive. Okay. Data directory, system data directory need to go for E drive. E drive, binary location, E drive. So TempDB need to go for D drive. So this we will do in the next demo, sir. Okay. Once we build the infrastructure as a industry standards, we'll build the infrastructure, right? Then I will show you the same kind of demo. How in the real world we'll install SQL Server. Same way I will show you. As of now, you don't have this many disks on your laptop. So what you can do, you can keep everything in the single drive only. Got it? No? Yes, everyone?
Yes, Subbu.
Okay. So TempDB, so don't worry about what is this number of files, sizes, auto grows, nothing to worry, sir. Just to choose the location. Okay, as of now, just choose the location. You no need to think about anything. You no need to think about anything, sir, as of now. Just to choose this location as of now. Because there is a dedicated session, we'll talk about all these concepts. Okay, max drop, don't touch anything, let it be default. Memory, don't touch anything, let it be default. File stream, I will take a separate session, sir. Okay, this is also very important feature. You may get a chance to work. In case if they are telling to install file stream, you will enable the file stream, sir. Otherwise, no, you won't enable the file stream. What do you mean by in a simple one-line answer? See, if you wanted to store if you are creating this instance specially to store the images, okay, documents kind of stuff, okay, into the database. Into the database, you are going to store, you are going to create a database in that instance, and you are going to keep images, documents kind of stuff majority of the time. That time, to improve the performance of this kind of the activity, we will enable the file stream. You will enable the file stream. Otherwise, majority of the time, you won't enable the file stream. So how to enable the file stream? After enabling this one, what I need to take in care, how to create the file stream database, how to store the data into the file stream database, I will take a separate session, sir. Okay. So file stream, in case they are requesting, will configure. Otherwise, we won't configure the file stream. We won't configure the file stream. So memory will talk separately, file stream will talk separately, maxdor will talk separately, tempdb will talk separately. As of now, just focus on this stuff. And this is also will talk in the security part. Again, I will talk about what is Windows authentication, what is mixed authentication, what is SA. We'll talk again in terms of security. Each and every window, you will get a separate session, sir, in the ongoing sessions. Okay. Now, once you've done everything, click on next. Any questions? Anyone? So first time when you are installing SQL Server, don't think too much technical, sir. So go for randomly, whatever I told you, right? Click on next, click on next, click on next. Slowly, you will understand how to install SQL Server as per the best practice, as per the industry standards. Okay, I told you, right? 5 to 6 times I will install SQL Server. Definitely, you will learn a lot. Now click on next. Once you select everything. Now see, now there is a config file. So whatever the features you are selected, everything will be available in the config file. Okay, everything will be available in the config file. See, a couple of years ago, sir. Okay. We used to use this config file and we used to perform the SQL installation to avoid the graphical user interface. Majority of the time you are facing the challenges while you are going for config file installation. Okay. Again, I'm telling, sir, majority of the time you are facing the issues while you are working with the config file installation. Rather than this one, I will tell you alternative. Okay. How to install SQL Server command line. This is everything graphical user interface. Just you are clicking next. That's it, sir. Nothing. You no need to do anything. But if I need to install SQL Server command line Subbu, will you show us? Definitely, I will show you, sir. Okay, definitely, I'll show you. As of now, whatever the features, whatever the things you selected, everything here you are able to see, and this information is logging in the config file, and this is the location where your config file is placed. If you wanted to save, you can save somewhere. Otherwise, no need, sir. Just click on install. Now it will start the installing SQL Server. Got it? I'm not installing because in my laptop already I'm having 3 instances. It will overload me, sir, because I need to install VMs also. Okay, after this, I need to show you on-prem demo, how to install the VMware, how to install on top of that, how to spin the VMs, on top of that, how to install SQL. So it consume lot of my storage, lot of my resources. Okay, to avoid that one, I am not clicking on install. Okay, but what you need to do, you just click on install, sir. Okay, fine. No, everyone? Understood, not understood? How to install SQL Server?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yes, Subbu.
Okay, fine, Subbu. Installation, I'm good. I know at least now I know couple of points, whatever the things I need to take care, like TempDB, max drop, memory, file stream, IFI, collation. These are the new things I learned so far. Okay. Now, if everything, once you click on install, if everything goes smoothly, it's fine, sir. In case your installation got failed, okay, then what is the how you will troubleshoot? That is the next thing. See, as a DBA, we must and should know how to install. As a DBA, we must and should know how to troubleshoot. Also, very very important. Okay, very very important. See, until unless you play with the SQL Server, majority of the time SQL never fails. Okay, from SQL Server 2012 onwards, Microsoft rectified lot of issues, and majority of the time, like 99%, your SQL installation will success. Okay, 1% only the problem. What is that problem? We are only making that problem, sir. Okay, we while we are installing, we will stop in the middle. Okay, we will reboot the server. Okay, suddenly we'll reboot the server. Suddenly we shut down the servers. We are doing some mistakes. Due to that only, okay, maybe our installation will get failed. Maybe our installation will get failed. I will tell you a couple of points, sir. Okay, mostly tomorrow we'll talk these points. Okay, today I'm not going for troubleshooting. Tomorrow dedicatedly, because troubleshooting is something different. I need to start from the day. So I don't want in the middle, because you are already little overloaded now. I know you already overloaded. I don't want to make you little overload. Tomorrow we'll start with the troubleshooting only, and I will give you some couple of scenarios, okay, which I faced in my overall experience in my laptop. Okay, I saved the screenshot. I saved the error messages. Uh, I saved the URLs which I referred, so that I can share that one for your future references. In case you face same kind of issue, it will help you a lot. Is it fine, right, everyone? Yes.
Yes, Subbu.
Yeah. Now, see, assume, sir, your installation got success. Okay. Everything it got success. See, let me go to any screenshot. Okay. You selected everything got success. Click on next, click on next, click on next. Okay. Now your installation got success. All installation is success, 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 success. Okay. Your installation is successful. Now your installation is done. Oh, our job is done. No, right? you need to at least first try to connect to the SQL, test the connectivity, SQL Server, everything you need to do, right? So first, okay, my installation is done. Next thing, what? Yeah, Dheeraj, you are asking question?
No, nothing.
Okay, yeah. See, once your installation is done, next thing what you need to do, you need to connect to the SQL Server, right? To connect to the SQL Server, Microsoft provided a tool called SSMS. Microsoft provided a tool called SSMS. SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Microsoft provided SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, using this tool, you can authenticate to the SQL. Using this tool, you can authenticate to the SQL. This is one of the most important. Once you complete the installing SQL Server, as a DBA, you need to install SQL Server Management Studio as well. I told you, right? Until SQL Server 2014, SSMS is also part of regular installation only. But from SQL Server 2016 onwards, SSMS has been separated. Okay, now if I wanted to install SQL Server Management Studio, go here, search for SSMS download. Okay, SSMS download, SQL Server Management Studio download. Better this I can provide in a different way, sir. Let me do one thing. Okay, SQL Server Management Studio download. Search for SQL Server Management Studio download. SQL build. Okay, so if you simply open SQL Server Management Studio download, you can find the Microsoft block where you can download SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so you can open the block and you can find the download SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, once you download, it will download it. It is almost contains a very small size only. Now you can install the product. Okay, you can install the by just open and you can install it. This is very simple, sir. Okay, but okay, don't go for SSMS 22, sir. Okay, please don't go for SSMS 22 because I need to take this session separately. Okay, because this is a different installation. As of now, we haven't started SQL Server 2025. Okay, so in the going forward, I will talk about SQL Server 2025 installation separately because something newly Microsoft came up with SQL Server 2025 and even SSMS also something upgraded. A lot of upgrade you will notice. So don't go for SQL Server Management Studio 22. Okay, 22 until I will take a session, sir, separate session. Now, if I simply search for SSMS download, okay, SSMS download, directly it will go to the SQL Server SSMS 22 only. Okay, to avoid that one, what I'm going to do is search for SQL Server Management Studio, SQL Server build.blogspot.com. You remember this block, right? I told you this is the block for to see the mainstream support, extended support, patches, everything. I can get information in the SQL Server build.blogspot.com. Not only this one, you can go for the SSMS also. SQL Server SQL Server build.blogspot.com, SQL Server Management Studio. Go for this, sir, as of now. Okay, until I will take a separate session. Now scroll down. This is completely 2000. So SSMS 22 is a new version. Rather than going to this, okay, I can say that go for 21 version. Okay, 21 latest. So now you can click here. Okay, now it will go to the SSMS 21. SSMS 21. Now you can download the SQL Server Management Studio 21. Is it fine, right? I will share the link in the video description. Okay, everyone understanding? Not understanding? No? Yes? So
Yes.
don't go for 22 until I will take a session, sir, because that is something different installation. You wanted to know about the Visual Studio, something different. It's not like a straightforward. Okay. Now you can open the SSMS. You can click here. Now it will try to open the new SQL Server Management Studio installation. Hey, wait, sir. Oh, this is also requesting Visual Studio. Okay, then better don't go this one. Better go for which version? My SSMS is 1 second. One second, sir. I just opened. Okay, it is opening. Cancel. Go to the hell about. Oh, it's a 20, not 21. Okay, let's go for 20, sir. 20. As of now, let's go for 20. Okay, 20 setup file. SSMS. Okay, now download the SSMS 20. Okay, now see, it is downloading with the higher MB. Okay, it is downloading little higher MB. Earlier, it is like a 4.3 MB, 4.2 MB only. Now, when you go for SSMS 21, SSMS 22, the size has been reduced because once you open this file, again it will prompt you to download, sir. Okay, this is a different installation. So that's the reason skip forward as of now for time being and go for the SSMS 20 version. This is our traditional SSMS, not that much advanced level like SSMS 22. It's like a traditional. Majority of the time you will see this only. Let's feel first this one, then we'll go for the SSMS 22, sir. Okay. Once you are comfortable with this SSMS, traditional SSMS, we'll go for SSMS 22, and we'll see what are the enhancement done in the SQL Server Management Studio in terms of icons, in terms of features. Let's see. Let's drive that one separately. So once you download, just you need to open that file and click on install, sir. Apart from nothing else you will do. Apart from nothing else you will do. No worries, Subbu, you are not showing the installation, all this stuff. Today, we'll take the webinar, right? After that, again, I will show you all this stuff in the webinar itself, sir. A practical webinar. So, already SSMS is installed in my laptop, so that's the reason it is pointing. Now it will prompt you to install, sir. Here you will get a button called install. Just click on install. It will take max 5 to 10 minutes, or sometimes it will be a little faster, and it will complete the installation. It will complete the installation. Is it clear, everyone? How to install SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS 20, not advanced level. Okay, and how to install SQL Server. Okay, no worries, sir. I told you that I will show you once I build the infrastructure today. Everything I will show you practical only. The people who don't have massive infrastructure, then majority of the people will install on the local laptops, sir. For them, I'm showing. Okay, so the people who are having massive configuration about your servers, then you can build the infrastructures. So first, I am going to talk cloud infrastructure. Then I'm going to talk on-prem infrastructure. Both I will talk, sir. One is cloud. Okay, today we are discussing cloud infrastructure. Okay, because much faster, much easier to understand. Much faster, much easier to understand. Then I will go for on-prem because it is a little slow process. Because our laptops are having not that much RAM, core CPU, storage, right? We may struggle little. Okay, cloud, we are not worrying because cloud is maintaining by Microsoft little faster. So we are going to build the cloud infrastructure first, then we will go for the on-prem infrastructure next. Within this today, tomorrow, we will complete the infrastructure webinars. Got it, everyone? Are there online people?
Subbu.
Yes. Now, once your installation is completed, now what you will do, sir? Okay, what you will do? You will open SSMS. Okay. See, earlier you can right click here, click on run. Earlier, okay. SSMS. When you click on open, it will open, sir. Until SQL Server 2016 version before, you can open the run and you can just simply type the shortcut SSMS. If you click on OK, it will open the SQL Server Management Studio. But from SQL Server 2016 onwards, this shortcut is not working. Then what I need to do is same shortcut you can use in the search bar, SSMS. That's it, sir. Apart from nothing else you need to do. And you can open the SSMS. Once you click here, it will open the SQL Server Management Studio. Now, this is how your SQL Server Management Studio looks like. Now, once it open, okay, for example, it will directly prompt you to connect only. Now, this is your instance name. This is your database engine. This is your instance name. And this is your authentication type. Either you can go for Windows authentication or SQL authentication. And there are other authentications also. See, Microsoft Entra MFA, Microsoft Entra Password, Microsoft Entra Integrated, Microsoft Entra Service Principal, Microsoft Entra Management Identity, Microsoft Entra Default. There are a lot of authentications are there. Majority of the things we'll discuss, sir, when we go for cloud. When you specially go for cloud, we'll talk about MFA, we'll talk about password, we'll talk about integrated, we'll talk about this stuff also practically in the upcoming classes. As of now, go for the Windows authentication only. Okay, and for example, if it is not displaying anything Subbu here, what I need to do is scroll down, go to the browse for more. Okay, this is local server. Click on expand. You will see how many instances already installed in your laptop. And you can select which instance you wanted to connect. Click on OK. Okay. And you can make encryption, connection encryption security as of now optional. Don't go for any encryption type to mandatory. As of now, keep it as optional. Okay. And if you click on connect, it will connect to the engine. And this is how your engine looks like. Okay. This is your instance name. This is your instance server name. This is your instance name, and this is your build number. Every version is having its own build number. Whenever you see, you need to remember 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 9 is 2000, 2005. 9 is 2005. Okay. wait. 9 is 2005. Yes. 10 is 2008 and 8R2. Okay. 8R2 will start with a 10 only. Here, 8, it will start with a 10. 8R2 will start with a 10.50. See, one is 10.0, one is 10.50. If you see 10.0, that is 2008. If you see 10.50, that is 2008 R2. Rest everything is only single digit you need to remember, sir. Like 11, 2012, 12, 2014, 13, 2016, 14, 2017, 15, 2019, 16, 2022, 17, 2025. Whenever I see this bill number, I can easily recognize which version my SQL Server is. If I see 13, oh, it's a SQL Server 2016. If I see 14, oh, it's a 2017. If I see 16, oh, it's a 2022. You need to remember. I'm not saying that you need to remember whole bill number. At least first bit of the bill number you need to remember, so that easily I can recognize which version of my SQL Server currently running. Bill number is very important. Which user you connected, that is also it will display. That is also, it is display. Okay, fine, Subbu. Now, when you connect, here you will see databases, security, server objects, replication, always on management, integration service catalog, SQL Server Agent. Okay, here you will see the system databases, user databases, snapshots. And the security, you will see logins, server roles, credentials, cryptography providers, audit, server. So massive things. Okay, there are massive. If you keep on expanding, you will see massive. Not always, and you can't expand. If you go to management, you will expand many things. You will see. If you go to the integration service, SQL Server Agent, you will see a massive options are there, which is providing by Microsoft. Okay, majority of the stuff will talk. Okay, whatever the options you are getting, majority of the stuff, how much stuff, if you know, you will feel comfortable while you are working. That much stuff we are going to discuss. So once you install SQL Server, you need to install SSMS also. It's a mandatory. And how you can connect via SSMS? So just open SSMS and click on connect. See, okay, you can click on connect and you can connect. See, I can minimize. See, I can minimize, I can refresh, I can disconnect. Okay, I can connect. Okay, I can connect one more instance. Say multiple instance you can connect in the same window. In the same window, you can minimize, you can drop, you can minimize, you can drop. Okay, you can do many things, sir. Multiple instance you can connect here itself. Okay, either local instance or remote instance also. You can connect remotely, you can connect locally also. Via SSMS, you can connect multiple instance. And what you will do, then you will open the new query window. Okay, now you will do whatever like insert, okay, update, delete, alter, drop, okay, draw, whatever what you can do it, sir. You can create the databases, create, okay, database, okay, database name. You can do many things by opening the new query window. Okay, but please be careful when you open the new query window. Okay, which instance you connected, see which instance you connected, which user you connected, which database you connected, and you are performing operation. Because sometimes we have connected to the multiple instance. By mistakenly, if you simply click on new query window, it is going for dev server. Actually, I need to deploy something on the UAT server, but it is going for dev server because my cursor is in the dev server. Okay, so when you are opening new query window, please be careful which database I need to place it. See, I can click the database, I can open the new query window. See, this is the database name, this is the instance. So which instance, which database, I open the new query window, and what operation I'm performing is very, very important. Slowly you will get to know all this stuff, sir, SSMS level. Okay, slowly you will get know how to connect via SSMS. Now, okay, now see, while you are connecting to the SQL Server, these are very important. So there are connection parameters, always encrypted, additional connection parameters. We will talk slowly. For example, by mistakenly you close this wizard. Oh, now you decide I wanted to connect to SQL Server. How I can connect to the SQL Server? Means you can go to the view and click on the Object Explorer, or you can remember the shortcut F8. See, again you will get it. For example, you done something like this. Okay, something disabling, enabling. You done something by mistakenly. Now that is not looking that much. See, you by mistakenly you done something. Now it is not fitting here. See, now it is not fitting here. Okay, And if you open the new query window, it is opening separately. I want to fit again back here. Okay. Now it is not fitting. In that case, go to the Windows and there is option. Where is that reset? Yeah. Reset Windows layout. When you click on yes, okay, close everything. Okay. Windows, reset Windows layer. Now open the new query window, connect it. It will open again back in the traditionally only. Okay, if you by mistakenly you've done something on SSMS and getting confused about, then you can go to the Windows and you can try to reset it. Okay, by closing all the wizard, just reset again. It will back to the traditional only. Okay, not okay. Always when you are trying to connect, you can connect using. I will show you how many ways you can connect to SQL Server in the next demo, sir. Okay, this is the first thing, how you to install SQL Server, how to open SSMS, how to connect SQL Server, what are the things once you connect to SQL Server, what are the things you are able to see. Now, not only this one, sir, okay, you can minimize. If you go to the startup parameter, click on all apps, okay, scroll down, you will see SQL Server 2022, SQL Server 2019, SQL Server 2005, okay. Now, being I installed SQL Server 2022, I can expand the SQL Server 2022. These many tools also available. Out of this one very important is SQL Server Configuration Manager. Open the SQL Server Configuration Manager. Okay, once you install SQL Server, you will get dedicatedly a configuration manager. Like I told you, right, at a Windows level, there is a services. So these are all the services belong to enter your operating system. So I don't, here also I can see SQL related services. See, these are all the services which are falling under SQL services. Okay. Now, I don't want to go for services.msc. If I wanted to see only SQL related services, then configuration manager. You can click on SQL Server Configuration Manager. Okay. SQL Server Configure. What happened? SQL Server Configuration. This is the problem with my lap. Only my laptops are okay, not your laptops, because
No, Subbu, not your laptop. It will be a default. The window upgrade is
no. It will come, sir. It will come.
no,
Okay,
it's coming, but it's under the folder.
Yeah, it will come. Okay, but what
Under
the
the
problem
folder.
is, okay, no worries. Yeah. Okay. See, if you open the configuration manager, I don't want to divert the concept. If you go to the configuration manager, there are again couple of things here you will see, like SQL Server Service, SQL Network Configuration, okay, SQL Native Client 11.0 configuration. These are all the 32-bit. Okay, 32-bit. Okay, SQL Server Native configuration, SQL Server Network configuration, SQL Server Native configuration. These are all 64-bit. You will see 32-bit configuration. You will see 64-bit configuration, and this is for newly added from SQL Server 2022. As of now, I'm not talking this one, sir. I will talk it separately. When you go to the SQL Server service, you will see only SQL related services. Only SQL related services. Okay. What are all services are there, Subbu? If I go for SQL means these are all the services. Like full text catalog, SQL Server Service, SQL Agent Service, okay, SQL Analysis Service, SQL Browser Service, SQL Integration Service, SQL Reporting Service, SQL Server VSS Writer. These are all the services which are belong to SQL only. Okay, but you won't see couple of services under the configuration manager. Okay, like see VSS Writer you are not able to see. Okay, full text catalog also you will see, sir. VSS Writer it won't display. Okay, the rest majority of the services it will display in the configuration manager. Only VSS Writer it is won't display. Now you want to understand about these services. Okay, this service is also very important. So out of this, these two services are placing a major role. SQL Server Service, SQL Agent Service. SQL Server Service, SQL Agent Service. Whenever you install database engine, okay, whenever you install database engine, okay, when you install database engine, this database engine by default create two services in the background. What are the services? One is SQL Server Service, one is SQL Agent Service. One is SQL Server Service, one is SQL Agent Service. Once you install the database engine, by default you will get two services. One is SQL Server Service, one is SQL Agent Service. What do you mean by these two, Subbu? Means enter your database engine. Okay, enter your database engine is working with this service only. If you are trying to connect to the SQL Server, means if it is allowing to connect to the SQL Server, that means, okay, that means this service is running in the background. If you stop the SQL Server service, if I stop the SQL Server service, enter your database engine goes down. Enter your database engine goes down. Enter your database engine is relying on this service only. If you stop this service, your database engine will goes down. Okay. So this service is the mandatory. If you want to connect to the database engine, SQL Server service is the mandatory. SQL Server service is the mandatory. If this service is down, enter your engine will goes down. You can't connect to the SQL. See, if I'm stopping this service, you can't connect to the SQL. You can't connect to the SQL. Enter your database engine is running under SQL Server service. So whenever you are trying to connect to the SQL and you are not able to connect to the SQL, the first thing you should get on your mind is go and verify SQL Server service is running or not. Go and verify SQL Server service is running or not. If SQL Server service is in stopper state, you can't connect to the database engine. It won't allow you to connect to the database engine. Okay, not okay. Enter your database engine. See, if you refresh now, your database engine is down. Your database engine is down and you can't connect to the SQL. See, it will throw an error. That network related error. Network related error. You can't connect to the SQL. This is the first thing. Enter your database engine is relying on the SQL Server service. If something happened to SQL Server service, enter your engine will goes down. You can't connect to this. No one can connect to the SQL. Okay, see, it will throw an error. See, the network related instance specified error occur while establishing the connection to SQL Server. The wait operation timeout. You can't connect to the SQL Server because something happened to your service. So if you install database engine, by default you will get the two service. What are the two service you will get it? One is the SQL Server service, one is the agent service. So whole your database engine is listening SQL Server service only. SQL Server service. Now, what about agent service, Subbu? Agent is nothing but like an automation kind of stuff. Sir. Automation stuff means automation. Okay, automation means if I wanted to work specially with the jobs, alerts, operators, proxy accounts, like a kind of automation. Okay, if you wanted to work with automation, SQL Server Agent Service is the mandatory. SQL Server Agent is the mandatory. If you wanted to specially work with the automation kind of jobs, alerts, operators. If SQL Server Agent goes down, if something happened to database engine, so boom is nothing, sir. Okay, nothing. See, I can stop the SQL Server Agent. Okay, I can stop the SQL Server Agent. So is there anything happen to the database engine? Nothing. You can access the database engine. You can do everything except automation. Getting my point? If SQL Server Agent goes down, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Only automation will fails. Job will fails. Alerts will fails. Okay. Operators won't work, alerts won't work, jobs won't work. But you can connect to the database engine. See, I can access the dev instance. but only the agent is down. I can do rest of the things. I can create the database, alter, drop, truncate, whatever you can do it. Only automation work is down. So these are the two mandatory service will be created when you install your database engine. And SQL Server Agent is for automation purpose. SQL Service is the main service for enter your database engine. Enter your database engine. So this is the two service. And you know about analysis. I told you, right? Analysis service, integration service, reporting service. I will talk separately with practical demo so that you will become stronger. These three I will talk separately. These are also our services only. We need to take in care. Analysis services like there is a separate course, sir, MSBA, Microsoft Business Intelligence. As part of this course, these three tools will come into the picture. Where is integration service? Yeah, this analysis service, integration service, reporting service will falls under MSBA technology, Microsoft Business Intelligence technology. So these people is going to take and get this services. But as a DBA, you should know how to install. You should know how to perform certain activities. You are not developing, sir. Anything you are not developing. You are not developing anything. But as a DBA, you should know what is the functionality of all these services. Okay. Now, one of the most important services is browser service. This is something very interesting, sir. SQL Server Browser service. See, if I open the configuration manager, I can see the SQL Server Browser service. So to understand this browser service, you should know about the connection string. In a real world, there is a concept called connection string, sir. This is how it looks like. If I go for always on, yeah, this is how they will pass the connection string. Okay, they will pass the server name, they will pass the port number, they will pass the database names. Okay, they will pass the username, they will pass the passwords. So they are going to pass the connection string. Either they are using any third-party tools, either they are using any reporting purpose. They will pass the connection string completely, server name, DB name, username, passwords, everything they are going to pass. Okay, and port number is also very, very important. For example, in your server, in your laptop, you are having multiple instances. Okay, 1, 2, 3. In my scenario, I'm having 3 instances. 1, 2, 3. 3 instances are running. Now, when you are having more than one instance, browser service is helping a lot. How, Subbu, means, for example, user is not passing a port number. User is not passing a port number. Now, user is trying to authenticate to the SQL. When it is authenticating SQL, SQL browser help you a lot for that authentication to identify this instance is belong to so-and-so, this connection is belong to so-and-so instance, and allow that connection to access the SQL server without passing the port number. But port is very important, right? To secure our connections, ports are very important. So for that reason, what we are doing, we will disable the browser service. Okay, we will disable the browser service. Once you disable the browser service, every application team, when they are trying to authenticate to the SQL, they need to pass the port number as a mandatory. Otherwise, it will throw an error while they are trying to connect to the SQL. So which is the best, sir? Port is the best or port is not best? Port is the best, sir. So that's the reason we will disable the browser service. If you are having multiple instances, okay, browser service helping a lot to while users are trying to connect to the SQL. How it is helping without passing the port number, but that is not a good practice. As a good best practice, we will disable the browser service and will let the customers to pass the port number over the connection string. Okay, not okay, everyone?
Yes, Subbu, fine.
So SQL Browser Service, also one of the important questions, are very simple. Don't get confused. Simple to understand. Browser service is helping a lot while users are authenticating to the SQL Server if you are having multiple instances in the background. By default, browser service is listening a UDP port number called 1434. Okay, 1434 is the default UDP number for SQL Browser Service. SQL Browser Service. And as part of the SQL hardening, we'll disable the browser service because every connection, they need to pass the port number to secure our connections. I told you, right, full text catalog, I will talk you separately. Okay. And last but not least, SQL VSS writer. This is very important, sir. At the ending, someone remember me once. Subbu, you told that SQL VSS writer, you will show something. Okay. Sometimes I will miss at this point. See, SQL VSS writer is helping a lot while you are using any third-party backup tools. Like for example, Commvault Symphona, Veritas Net Backup, Redgate. You are using a third-party backup tool to take the backup of our SQL's databases. So if you are using any third-party backup tool to take the backup of SQL Server, knowingly, unknowingly, in the background, VSS writer is helping a lot to authenticate this backup tool to the SQL Server. So if you're not using any third-party backup tools, VSS writer is not doing anything in the background. Okay, getting my point? So VSS writer is helping a lot in the background, especially if you're using any third-party backup tools like Commvault Symphona, Veritas Net Backup, Redgate. Okay, while these backup tools are authenticating SQL Server, in the background, VSS writer is helping a lot. VSS writer is helping a lot. So these are all the services which are belong to SQL only, sir. It's not like a non-SQL. Majority of the time we'll focus on SQL Server Service, SQL Agent Service. Okay, majority of the time. And analysis service, integration service, reporting services are BI services. And full text, rare case will enable. VSS writer is the inbuilt, you will get it. SQL browser also inbuilt will get it. We'll disable the SQL browser service as part of the best practice. Got it? No? Yes? Everyone?
Yes, Subbu.
Now. Okay, let me stop it, sir. It will overload you, okay? I will continue tomorrow pending concepts. It will pile up your brain. Is it fine right up to now, everyone? No? Yes?
Subbu. Yes, Subbu,
See,
fine.
sir, again, the people who are starting the journey, let's stop the recording, okay? Don't disconnect.